Everyone, and welcome to the New York Empoleon's Week 9 battle of the GBA Season 9. I completely forgot to do the intro part of this, so we're doing it right now. I'm going to click let the battle begin, and we're just going to do it. He's ready, so we're jumping in. This is Nate, new Mewtwo fan Nate, and the New York Noibats. If you've never seen his content before, go check him out. If you have seen his content before, clearly you want to go check him out again. So make sure you do that. He has the, oh god, Mewtwo, Naganadel, Skarmory, Seismitoad, Sylveon, and the Arcanine. So no Mega Gyarados, no Terrakion, all good things, but certainly some big threats. He has no possible Z moves on his team, so that is certainly something we can keep in mind. And looking at that team, get some chip on Skarmory, get some chip on Seismitoad, and it is Stakataka food. It is fodder for Stakataka. He is not prepared for the Trick Room. So, probable leads for him. Skarmory could definitely lead. Seismitoad could definitely lead, trying to get his rocks up. He could also lead with the Mewtwo, trying to go for like a taunt, which makes my Donphan a fairly free lead, although I don't know if I want that thing taking the hit from the Seismitoad right off the bat. Now, I do have the Seed Bomb on the Donphan, so let me just real quick, throw up a calc against Seismitoad with the Seed Bomb. We're looking at a potential KO, depending on his spread. So yeah, I think Donphan is the best lead here. If he leads with the Skarm, he may taunt. So that is what it is. But I really don't think I have a better lead than Donphan. It's not my rocker this week. If you didn't see my teams, my team sets, go check out the team builder. Link is, well, I don't put the link in the description anymore because nobody checks it out. But it's on my channel, so certainly go watch if you want to. But Donphan is not my rocker this week. It actually is my Necrozma, but I don't feel like I need rocks from the word go on this game. So I'm going to go with the Donphan, hoping he thinks that it is the rocker this week. And he actually leads straight off with the Naganadel, which Draco Meteor, let's see, you're modest, you're Specs, your Draco Meteor is not even going to KO me. So Earthquake's free. Skarmory could come in here, but I don't really care if it does. I could also knock off, potentially, kind of scouting out what set this Naganadel is. He may just double out right here. He might, I don't think this thing gets taunt, so I don't even think he'd go for it. But that would make Earthquake even more dangerous. But Skarm is so free here that I think knockoff is my best play. There's no way his Naganadel stays in against my Donphan. Not sure what he was predicting me to lead there, because even Necrozma, which would be my other potential rocker, is a threat to this Naganadel. But if he does stay in, then I really want to click Earthquake. I really want to click Earthquake right now. But I think I'm going to click knockoff. He does actually, okay, he goes for the U-turn. I was like, he does actually stay in. No, he doesn't. Alright, so he breaks Sturdy. That's fine. Knockoff's going to hit this Skarmory. There's no way he's not going Skarmory here. The Earthquake is so free, the rocks are free, he'd go into Skarmory, and then he'd be able to defog or whatever. Yeah, there's the Skarmory. So, we're going to click knockoff here, which is going to be able to do, wow, that's quite a bit. To knock off the Rocky Helmet, that's fine. Again, he's chipping me down a little bit, which is what it is, but the Rocky Helmet's gone, and he's down about 25%. We can't really touch Skarm at this point, and there's really no sense in staying in right here. Definitely Zapdos is the freest play. If he does set up hazards, then we are just going to be able to defog, since he is going to have to switch out, and we'll see what he goes into on the Zapdos, what his play is there. Since Thunderbolt's free except for the Seismitoad, I am going to be able to kind of scout out what he wants to do. And there's just the rocks, as expected. This is not anything surprising. So Stealth Rock is going to be coming in right here. I can just go for the Thunderbolt. I do think that he's going to switch out, though, into the Toad, probably. So Toxic is a really big prediction on my part, if I think that's the play. I could also just go for the Defog, as the Seismitoad really doesn't do anything to me. And I will be able to Toxic the following turn. And if he does decide to just try to stay in with his Skarm or something, predicting me not to just go straight for a Thunderbolt, then Defog at least does do something. It shows that he can't just freely set up hazards and stuff. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to Defog here. No sense in leaving those rocks up when I know he's probably going to go into Seismitoad. And then I'll Toxic the following turn. And we're really scouting out what his switches into my Mons are. And there is the Seismitoad. So we are reading this correctly, which is good. That's good. Now, I don't know what he wants to do like, that's the thing. I really don't know what the Seismitoad wants to do to me. It could be special. I'm physically defensive. It also could be physical, you know? Like, there's... I don't know. But let's look at what Scald does. If he's like offensive and special. He's not 2 at KOing me with Scald, so I'm going to click Toxic here. I don't really lose anything by doing it. And we can wear down this, which is one of the 2 things that's really stopping the stack attack from sweeping, so that's really good. And he's just going to go for Toxic as well. And again, Zapdos is not a win condition for me, so I don't really... It doesn't mean too much if it is Toxic. We don't get a lot of information out of this, unfortunately. But there's no rocks up on my side of the field, so I have no shame in switching out. I could go Ditto here, kind of scout out what I think he's going to do, and be able to threaten him out, potentially with his own Earthquake, or something like that. So I am going to go Ditto, since the Water-type move is way more likely than anything else right here, and I kind of want to know if you're Water Absorb. And nothing you do should be able to OHKO, so that's fine. And he's actually going to double. Okay. So now we have a Seismitoad in against an Aganadel. Scarf Seismitoad. Do you outspeed? I don't even know. I don't even know. Alright, hold on. So we're going to look at Seismitoad. Assuming you're no speed investment, you're not going to outspeed even with the Scarf. But that's fine. Let's take a look at what set you have. Toxic, Earth Power, Sludge Bomb. So you are special. Sludge Bomb and Scald. Okay. We can presume that you're probably going to be leftover. No, you're not leftovers. Actually, we don't know for sure because Toxic comes after. Earth Power's free. Say he goes Scarm, then he goes Scarm. I just switch out at that point into my Zapdos, which continuously threatens the Skarmory. I could double here if I wanted to, but I don't think that's necessarily the play. I could click Scald, predicting the Skarmory to come in here. Earth Power can potentially just one-shot, though. It's unlikely to. What the heck? Actually, it depends on his special attack investment. And I don't know his special attack investment. I'm going to click Earth Power. And he's going to switch out into the Skarm here, which is unfortunate. I didn't make that read. But Zapdos does threaten the Skarmory, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And I am going to be able to go into my Zapdos here, not take any Stealth Rock damage. He could Roost, that's fine. And I can do this all day. Your Toad walls itself pretty well. Earth Power would be annoying, but that means you have to read me going into Ditto. So we can literally sit here and do this all day, and I don't know who wins at the end of it. I honestly don't think it's me, but you know, does he predict my Zapdos to come in? Now he could switch out here to see if I'm Scarf, since then my switch out will happen first, and he does. So he knows that I am Scarf Ditto, which is something to note. He goes into the Mewtwo, and I have my Zapdos in here. Oop, not Mewtwo Y. That's fine. Ice Beam doesn't kill from full, which I'm effectively full, barring a boosting item. Actually, specifically Specs. So if it kills, then I know he's Specs. I think Thunderbolt is my best play here, although he could Calm Mind. I'm going to go for a Toxic. He goes for a sub. Oh, Thunderbolt was definitely a better play there. Alright. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to go for... If he Calm Minds, do I still break the sub? Yeah, I do. One Calm Mind, I still break the sub. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Thunderbolt here. I'm going to go Thunderbolt here. I wish I had done it the first turn. He has leftovers. You saw that. So he does make that aggressive double. It's unfortunate that I didn't play into that Psy Strike. Which we should take really well because we are physically defensive Zapdos. And we do. It's not really well, but we take it. And that should break his sub no matter what. Yeah. Now I don't want to sack Zapdos here. since it is my biggest threat to Skarm, which does allow him to set up a substitute for free. So I could go Ditto. I think my play is to go Ditto here. Now he could predict that, but I don't think he would. I don't know why he would, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to go Ditto and scout out what his set is, because I will get in before he subs again. And that allows me to be a Mewtwo. Which is good, and there's the sub. Which isn't surprising. The sub's not surprising here. What's going to be interesting is how I play around this. So does Psystrike probably... I would assume that Psystrike from the Mewtwo kills a Mewtwo. Or breaks a Mewtwo... Doesn't kill, but breaks a Mewtwo sub. It does, yeah. He does it with a Signal Beam, which will probably allow him to kill me straight up. Actually, no. Potentially not. If he's timid. So I'm going to click Signal Beam, because he has it. And if he switches out, then that's fine. So we know he's Psystrike, Calm Mind. He does have the Calm Mind, so I have to watch out for that later. And Signal Beam, which if he's Modest, might kill. If he's not, shouldn't. And he goes for the Signal Beam. Shouldn't kill. Doesn't kill. No confusion. No confusion. So that means we get another Signal Beam off, which we're looking at about 50 to 60% to this thing, which is fine. Now he could switch out. I think a Signal Beam is still pretty free, to be honest. And really the end result here is that I just need that Seismitoad to be at about 60%. Skarmory's already in range of a Rocky MZ from a Stakataka. And so I'm just gonna Signal Beam. Maybe I'll get the confusion here. Man, imagine if I wasn't Scarfed there and was able to click something else. So we're gonna switch out at this point. Really no sense not doing that. I need something that's gonna threaten the Mewtwo if it does come back in. Or do I just sack Ditto? No, I don't think I just sack Ditto. Do I sack Zapdos? Do I have Reshiram for the Skarm? And I have Rapid Spin on my Donphan, so I'm going to sack Zapdos here. Since that too freely brings in the Mewtwo. Kind of scout out what you're going to Beast Boost. U-turns? Static. Oh, Static. Please, if I've ever needed a Static to activate. I swear I will never, ever, ever get Statics. Ever. Drop my stylus. So if he goes Mewtwo, I just Thunderbolt, and I'm ready to sack off my Zapdos at this point. I just can't let him set up a sub. And we know that he can't touch Stakataka, which means if I can get in Stakataka without a sub being up, I threaten out the Mewtwo because he can't touch me, and I set up a Trick Room. But Seismitoad's still around, so I can't just like do that. Yeah, I mean, if he's defensive Seismitoad, then I'm really just only doing 30% or so. Thunderbolt's gonna break subs. We're gonna chip you down. I am going to sack my Zapdos at this point. I'm willing to do that. And I'm prepared to do that, so you're not going to get a substitute off. He's going to know that now. He's going to go for a Psystrike just to take me out without taking more damage than this. There's no reason for him to set up substitutes at this point until the Toxic takes me down. There's really no reason for him to do that. It's a waste of a Mewtwo if he does do that, to be perfectly honest. Now I could go Ditto, potentially. Well, how much is Psystrike doing to yourself? Something like 30%. So if he does set up another substitute, yeah, and I was saying, like, Zapdos just too freely brings in the Mewtwo that I can't just pivot with it. If I had U-turn, it would be a little bit different, but yeah, there's the Psy Strike. That's not surprising, and it shouldn't be a problem here. Mewtwo kills Zapdos with Psy Strike. And he's back to about 70%. So my play, I think, is to go into the Stakataka. But it's not to set up a Trick Room yet. Just click Gyro Ball, which should threaten this Mewtwo. I mean, it's going to force in the Seismitoad. Yeah, it kills the Mewtwo. The other option, no, I think I have to do that, because it does resist everything he has, and threaten it out, and not allow it to set up. If he sets up a substitute, and I break it with a Gyro Ball, then what I'll do the next turn is just go for a Trick Room. Every one of my moves has 8 PP, that's pretty hilarious. Now Skarmory is about 50%, so I could set up a Trick Room here. Or it's about 75%. I could set up a Trick Room here. Since it doesn't hurt me to do so. I think I will set up a Trick Room here. Because again, it doesn't hurt me to do so. He's going to go either Skarmory or Seismitoad. And he goes Seismitoad. And again, I need more chip on this before I can win the game with Stakataka. But we're going to reveal that we have Trick Room, and then we're going to switch out into my Donphan, which should underspeed and be able to pick up some big damage on things in this game. So I'm going to go Donphan here. I don't see him going Scald, but even if he does, he doesn't KO me, barring like a Life Orb, which again, we're chipping down the Seismitoad, so that's sort of in the vein of what I'm trying to do. Let's see. I think he's going to go Earth Power. Yeah, there's the Earth Power, and we should tank that just fine. And we do. We eat that. Oh my gosh, we eat that. So now I have Seed Bomb, which is free against this Seismitoad. And if he goes Naganadel, then that's fine. We still have 3 turns of Trick Room left, so he's going to have to dance, basically. And he could go Skarm here. He could certainly go Skarm here. So I could just knock off, which hits the Skarm or the Naganadel if he's predicting a Seed Bomb. I don't know if he predicts a Seed Bomb, though. I did just go hard Donphan on a Seismitoad, though. I did just go hard Donphan on a Seismitoad. I'm going to go Seed Bomb because it at least hits the Skarmory. I'm just confused what you're going to go to. Abused? The Sylveon. Alright, so we show Seed Bomb. Which takes about 25% from that. So he's defensive. Okay. I'm going to click EQ here. Or I could click Knockoff. He's going to dance. He's going to dance. He's got to dance, right? Like, that's what he's doing right now. He's just trying to play around the Trick Room for a few turns. So Knockoff's the freest thing to click here. Chips the Skarmory down a little bit more. EQ doesn't even kill from here. So I'm going to click Knockoff. He actually stays in, which is fine. Again, EQ wasn't going to kill, so not a big deal. Knocks off the Kibia Berry, so he wants the Toxic gone from the Seismitoad. Okay. And this is the last turn of Trick Room. So, again, I've knocked off the Kibia Berry. Forgot to write that down. I don't know what Mon he was going to use that against. I guess Mega Beedrill. And I'm going to click Earthquake. If he goes Skarmory, he goes Skarmory. And he actually does stay in with his Sylveon. And this is going to take a huge hit from the Earthquake. Probably doesn't die. Yeah, does not die. Goes for the Wish here. Okay, so we've seen Heal Bell, Wish. What are the chances he's got HP fighting on this thing? He's physically defensive specifically for the Mega Beedrill, it's clear. Well, he's going to protect, I think. And if he has Wish, Protect, Heal Bell, he has Hyper Voice and doesn't have a move to hit the Stakataka, which means that I can bring that back in and go for more attacks with it. So I'm going to go out into the Ditto here. I just don't see him going for anything but Protect. And if he Hyper Voices, he Hyper Voices. I get information about his third move anyway. And yes, Ditto goes down, but at this point in the game, we are in a situation where we are in Trick Room mode most of the time. So Hyper Voice does come out. And that's unfortunate, but I'm going to go Stakataka here. So Sylveon kills Ditto with Hyper Voice. Yeah, I'm going to go Stakataka here. Or do I go... I could go into my Necrozma, set up Trick Room. Not Trick Room, Stealth Rocks. Or I could go Stakataka and just click Gyro Ball. I'm going to do that. I don't think I need the Trick Room again yet. So I'm just going to go in Stakataka and I'm going to click Gyro Ball. I think getting the damage on the Seismitoad, because I'm not going to be able to sweep yet with it. Sweep with any Trick Room of any Mon. Is going to be worth it. So he's going to switch out into the Seismitoad probably. Which again, its chips to 75%. This should bring it down to about 40%. Yeah, 45% or so. And does allow me to switch out now. And I'm going to go into my Necrozma. I don't think I need to stay in right here. I'm going to go into Necrozma here. He might Toxic. Goes for the Earth Power, so he just really wants that Stakataka dead, which is understandable since it does sweep his team if I get enough chip on things. This thing has no recovery, and I can click the... where's my Necrozma? Seismitoad. I can click the Photon Geyser if I want. At this point, I can also click Rocks, and I think I am going to click Rocks here. He could Toxic. There's the Toxic, and he does see that he outspeeds me, which is going to tip him off that I'm also... Well, I mean, he knows I'm a Trick Room team, like, that isn't surprising. But he doesn't know if I'm going for Trick Room, he just sees that he outspeeds me, which is fine. Stealth Rocks are up now on his side of the field, which will put the whatchamacallit in range, and I'm going to click Trick Room again. Actually, well, it's too late now. I've already clicked it. But, actually, I think my best play would have been Photon Geyser first. Get the extra turn of Trick Room going out into my Stakataka later. Since I still need 2 turns to kill this Seismitoad. Now, he might switch out. And he does. Into Sylveon. Okay. How much do I do to Sylveon? I know he's like max Fizz Dev. About 40%. I don't think you have Hidden Power Fighting, I'm going to be honest. I didn't see it, but I have no idea. So I could just go directly into my Stakataka at this point. I feel like I have to make that aggressive play right here. On his Wish. If he Hidden Power Fighting straight off the bat, then that's a good play. But I'm just going to go straight into this. If he shows me Protect, that's annoying, but it isn't the end of the world. We 2-hit KO everything with Rocks up at this point with Gyro Ball. So, what are you going to go into? Rocks are up. This thing, I have the Trick Room up. And I'm going straight for a Gyro Ball. And Rocks and Gyro Ball. And I'm going to do it again. Oh, right, the Wish. Oh, right, the Wish. That's fine. Forgot about it, but it showed itself to me first, which is fine. 2 turns of Trick Room left. Probably Earth Power coming my way. Again, Stakataka wins me the game, so we're going to go Donphan here. I do think that I'm chipping him down to the point where things will happen, but I'm just not quite there yet. And he does go for the Scald this time. We should take it. We do. No burn. No burn. No burn. That's unfortunate. That's highly unfortunate. That's highly, highly, highly unfortunate. I mean, Seed Bomb is still the play, I think. But that's a really, really frustrating burn. It's not... Shouldn't be game-ending. Right? I don't think so. I mean, as long as Stack Attack is alive and this thing is getting a little bit more chipped down, what are you going to go into here? Skarm? Sylveon? If he didn't get the burn there, I would have definitely clicked EQ, but that does nothing. He hasn't shown me Protect yet. But he's going to pass this into the Seismitoad. For sure. Actually, living there is worst case scenario. I don't have the Ice Shard, it doesn't matter. Living there is easily worst case scenario. Because now he gets this onto the Sylveon. Which I struggle to break. Kills Donphan with Hyper Voice. And he gets 50% back. Now I can go out into my Stack Attack again. Which I think I have to do. And we're doing about what I'm expecting with Gyro Ball. He's just out of range of Z Stone Edge. Even with rocks. He's not Life Orbed. We're still not living in Earth Power. I click Gyro Ball here. He's just out of range of it. Alright. So now I go out into my Necrozma, which he knows. And if he goes directly into Sylveon, that's a good play. Earth Power. So now I'm going to... If I Trick Room and he goes Sylveon, then he just does the same song and dance and gets this thing healthy again. So I could double into my Stack Attacka, which could be aggressive and lose me the game straight up, because if he doesn't switch out, then I lose. Or I can go out into my Reshiram, which... should be able to take a hit. I have the Shukaberry. But what am I doing to Sylveon? Because he's kind of healthy right now. 50% with the blue flare. That's fine. I'm actually going to make that middle ground play here. So he is going to double. I could have gone directly into Stack Attack. I really considered it. That would have been hecka aggressive, but maybe worth it. Hyper Voice is not going to kill me, even if he specs, and he's not. It doesn't even come close to killing me. Even if he's max special attack modest and not specs, he's not even 2-hit KOing me. Which makes Blue Flare my freest play. He could go Arcanine here, but I still think Blue Flare is the right play, so I'm going to do it. And he shows the Protect, so we know that he actually can't touch Stakataka at all. And so now he could go Arcanine. I can click Earth Power to KO the Arcanine. He won't go Scarm, and even if he does, then I just kill the next turn. So I'm going to Earth Power here. Since I expect he's going to go Arcanine here. I have to start reading that. I have to start making these plays. I can't just like keep passively being like, well, he's going to do this, and then not doing anything about it. Yeah, so we straight up to a KO the Arcanine, which is great. We get the Spadef drop, doesn't really... Oh, it might matter with the big berry. Spadef drop's important there. So he eats the berry. Big ol' berry. Consumed. And now, I can just Earth Power again. It did over 50% last time, so I don't think it matters that much. Although, now, we didn't see Intimidate. So he's definitely Flash Fire. Dragon Pulse should kill. Although Earth Power is better. Earth Power is just a better play here. You might be offensive. Sure. You might go for Extreme Speed to get some chip damage. He might go for Bulldoze. But I have the Shuka Berry, so I'll just be slow, which is not the end of the world. Or we just click Earth Power. Don't reveal anything. And kill the Arcanine. So Reshiram kills Arcanine with Earth Power. Cool. Out comes the Naga. Out comes the Naga. Draco Meteor kills. Nothing else does. Dragon Pulse doesn't kill. So I can go into... I can sack Necrozma. Go into my... Well, no, if I sack Necrozma, then he gets +1. Well, then he's potentially a -1. I have to know if you're Draco Meteor or not, so I have to go Necrozma, because if I just lose Reshiram, that's a problem. Yeah, and he is Draco. So he's going to be at -1. HP fighting from -1 to Ganondorf does not kill Stakataka. So I can set up a Trick Room, I can Z Stone Edge, and let me just double check something real quick. Are you gen correctly? You are. Perfect. Yeah, I Trick Room here 100 times out of 100. He goes for the U-turn. And then I can Z Stone Edge, which should have no trouble killing the Seismitoad from the range it's at. Depending on where he ends up after the rocks, even Gyro Ball should be able to do it. Leaving Z Stone Edge for Skarmory. If I can get to +1. Now Skarmory doesn't touch me. That's the other thing. I don't have to Z Stone Edge because Skarmory doesn't touch me. But he can Roost Stall. So he goes Seismitoad. And he's definitely in range of a Gyro Ball from after rocks there. But do I take the risk that some crazy roll happens? No, I've seen how much damage it's doing. It's doing more than that. I'm going to click Gyro Ball here. And if I lose because I'm bad at calcing mentally and keeping track of how much damage it's doing, then what can you do? But it was doing more than 20%. It was doing about 30. And if I miss the roll, that's just the way this season has gone for me. There's no two ways about it. 100% that's the way this season has gone for me if I miss this roll. I can't Z Stone Edge right now because I need it for the Scarm. 100%. He's going to double into the Scarm. Okay. Rocks. Gyro Ball. Z Stone Edge. Scarm's dead. I actually don't even know if I need Z Stone Edge. I just need Stone Edge right there. That's not a physically defensive Skarmory. But missing a Stone Edge would be a problem. Not gonna lie. And I don't need the Z Stone Edge for anything else specifically. So I might as well just be safe. Because I don't want to miss the Stone Edge and have him Roost stalling or anything shenanigans like that. So we're just going to kill the Skarm here. So Stack Attacka kills Skarmory with Continental Crush. Good thing this animation's really long, because I could not spell Continental for the life of me right there. And that should definitely take out the Skarmory. And we should get +1 attack here. Which is all I need. He can stall out the Trick Room with Sylveon if he wants to, but I set it up again because Sylveon doesn't touch me. So now he's going to go into the Sylveon. He is going to try to stall out the Trick Room here, clearly. So how many turns have I left? 2? Okay. So yeah, I can just click Gyro Ball here. Yeah, he's going to try to stall out 1 turn of Trick Room. That's fine. So now, I think my play, and this may sound insane, is to click Superpower. Or Trick Room. I could click Trick Room again. If he goes hard Seismitoad, he's literally crazy. He may be sacking his Sylveon. But what I'm going to do is if I click Trick Room here, and he wishes, then I just Gyro Ball the following turn. And it doesn't matter what happens. If he goes Seismitoad, then I kill it with the Gyro Ball before the wish comes in. If I Superpower, though, I don't think I kill the Sylveon. I shouldn't. And then Trick Room expires, and then I can set it up again. Or I can Stone Edge and hope for the miss. Because the thing is, if he gets his Seismitoad in when the Trick Room's not up, then I lose. I actually do think my best play is clicking Trick Room right here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to click Trick Room here. He protects a second time. Fails to protect. Trick Room a second time. Now I go for Trick Room again. And his Sylveon's in. Now he can wish. That's fine. But I'm going to click Trick Room right here. Because now his Seismitoad can't just come in. He's Hyper Voicing, yeah. So he's stuck doing that. Which is chip damage that doesn't matter because I was going to die to the Earth Power anyway. And I set up a new Trick Room. And now can you stall this one out? He's going to protect here. He has no choice. So I'm going to click Stone Edge so I don't waste I don't run out of Gyro Balls. Because that would also be the other way that this goes wrong. Is if I run out of Gyro Balls. So I'm going to click Stone Edge. And then I'm going to click Gyro Ball again. Now that he's already protected. And we're going to take out the Sylveon with 3 turns of Trick Room left. So Stack Attacka kills Sylveon with Gyro Ball. There are 3 turns of Trick Room left, and I'm at +2, which means nothing is surviving. Literally nothing. And I doesn't have Protect on anything else. So Mewtwo comes in to be Gyro Ball. Now the other thing is I only have 2 Gyro Balls left. Oh, and he has Pressure. Oh, no, that's going to be the end of my Gyro Balls. Oh, God, do I Stone Edge? I mean, I guess I should Stone Edge here, because the Mewtwo can't kill me. But he could sub. Superpower at +2. It's a roll to the Mewtwo with a superpower. I think Stone Edge is my best play here because I need the Gyro Ball. Well, I need to hit a Stone Edge at some point, right? So I might as well try to hit one Stone Edge on the Mewtwo instead of 2 Stone Edges on... Well, I need to superpower the Seismitoad. So it's 1 Stone Edge no matter what. Might as well be here, right? Might as well be here. Oh, this pressure! Oh, okay, so Gyro Ball kills no matter what. Stone Edge also kills if it lands. I think that's my best play. It's 80% of the time it's going to land, but the problem is... Well, so the other thing is, if he doesn't have HP fighting, then I have more chances to hit Stone Edge on his Naganadel. So I think I should Gyro Ball, finish out my remaining Gyro Ball PP here. Because he has the substitute and can stall out turns of Trick Room, I'm not going to risk the Stone Edge miss. So Stack Attacka kills Mewtwo with Gyro Ball. I'm out, flat out, of Gyro Balls now. So I can superpower this, because my +1 won't go anywhere, and I'm not missing a Stone Edge on this thing. How many turns of Trick Room do I have left? 2? 1. Ooh, that also changes things. I mean, it doesn't, I have superpower. But, it sort of depends. Does he have HP fighting on the Naganadel? So Stack Attacka kills Seismitoad with superpower. So I'm at +3. Does he have HP fighting on the Naganadel? He's at 50%. Superpower actually kills. I'm gonna click superpower. There's no reason for me not to, and risk missing a Stone Edge here. So I'm gonna click superpower. He does have the HP fighting. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, he can still miss a Draco Meteor. So Naganadel kills Stack Attacka with Hidden Power. So now, he could still miss a Draco. I so wish that I had Hiban instead of Shuka right now. So wish I had Hiban instead of Shuka right now. Mr. Draco! Mr. Draco! Oh! Okay, don't have... Wait, I didn't see what boost what he got. It doesn't matter. This kills. No matter what. But wow, that was a crazy endgame. If I had Hiban Berry, that would have been insane. So Naganadel kills Reshiram with Draco Meteor. Alright, so if I had gone... It wouldn't have mattered, because -1 HP fighting does enough to my Stack Attacker from the range it was at. Wow, what a game. That was insane. That was super fun. I had a blast. I may have lost that game, but it almost doesn't matter. I certainly had a real good time getting there, and that's the kind of battle I want to have on the channel. I know I got 6-0'd a couple times this league, but a 1-0 where it came down to, I mean, a 90% roll. I mean, like, honestly... At the end of the day, that was just well played on both sides. Super fun game. Great game to Nate. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. We have one more week left of GBA, and we are eliminated, but that battle really makes me feel like this season is worth it. I just love having battles like that. Really makes me feel like I'm starting to figure out Ubers as well, playing around his team, navigating everything that was going down. That was absolutely, absolutely superb. That was super fun. So... Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys all back here next week as we take on Lars and the Borussia Donphan in the final week of the GBA regular season. Take care, everybody.